It is April 10th, 2023 at 12:23 a.m. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Today is April 29th, 2023. Yeah, because the movie just came out yesterday in Japan on the 28th. The 10th is a long time ago and not today. And it was only available for illegal download way back then, which I definitely didn't do. I saw it in a theater last night. But yeah, the Mario movie, it pretty much sucks. Like a personal enjoyment of 0 to 5, I'd give it a 1. I almost was thinking maybe it was a 2, like halfway through, but then it just kind of like stayed bad and got worse. And yeah, it's just really annoying and bad. I mean, I don't know. I almost didn't. Well, fuck, there's that old fucking YouTube cliche, like, I wasn't going to make this video, but, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like talking about it to some level. I knew it was going to be bad and incompetent because you don't need to be good or competent to make a movie sell. It surprised me how it was so much worse in some parts than the trailer. I mean, really, in effect, the movie really felt like an hour and a half long trailer. It was just like breakneck pace, just like things happening, like just a collection of shots, and basically no overarching story of any substance at all. I mean, like, there was like literally a story, but it was just there to allow for 90 minutes of shots and things happening in like a trailer type style. Like the opening scene was the opening scene from the first trailer, and they like added way too much music. It was actually kind of like eerie and good in the trailer, and then they just ruin it by adding like bad generic music over it. And then the penguins like come out, and then they play like when the battle starts and they're fighting, they play the Tarantino walking song, The Battle Without Honor or Decency or whatever it's called. Like, just a song that only exists because Tarantino made it the walking song, and they just use it. They license it to just use it over a fight scene, which doesn't make any sense. That was a consistent theme that I noticed, actually, is how bad the music was in this movie. It was kind of shocking, like how I knew it was going to be bad, but the bad music really surprised me, actually. The plot in general is just full of like little contrivances. Like, from the very beginning of the movie, the bad music upset me. But then after that, when we first went to Brooklyn, I kind of thought, this feels kind of like mediocre and not horrible, right? And I was kind of worried that I would only mildly dislike it at first. But then, yeah, then the plumbers go out and do their first job, and they have that weird encounter with that dog where Luigi steps on the dog's biscuit and breaks it in half. And that pisses the dog off so much that it causes this like scuffle that completely sabotages their plans to finally like do a plumbing job. I don't know. It was just really. Mario also seemed like strangely good at fixing that sink. He fixed it like instantly and seemed like he really competent. And they just like never use that. They never like use Mario's actually a good plumber as part of the story. They just want to be plumbers, and their dream doesn't work out until the end when it does, and that's it. Like there's no fucking character or story to it at all. They didn't even try to explain like the warp pipe that sucked them into the Mushroom Kingdom, or how the relationship between these two worlds is, and why it was just there, like right under a manhole in Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, the whole movie just feels like a recap of two movies, actually. It's like it's somewhere in between like a 100-minute movie trailer, or however long this fucking movie is, and maybe like a 90-minute movie trailer, and like it kind of almost reminds me of like the cinematic recap of Breaking Bad. I don't even know if you can still find that on the internet or not, but someone took like the first 7 seasons of Breaking Bad and condensed them down into one 45-minute, like I think it was like a 50-minute recap, something like that. But yeah, I wonder if you can still find that online somewhere. But that's how this movie felt. Like when they first introduced Peach, right? They're in the castle, and there's like the map, and they're talking tactics or whatever, and they go from like introducing the map to showing Peach for the first time to having the like, no, oh, we're gonna beat Bowser and we're gonna get the Kongs or whatever. And then she like walks out, and the elder's like, "Good luck, princess, for all our sakes." And this whole scene takes 68 seconds. I timed it. I couldn't fucking believe how it's just like I said, it feels like a recap or a sequel where we should have already met. I mean, it's just banking on you already knowing the game, right? It's like pretending it's not a real movie. It's so weird. And because like this is a different version of Peach. She's like this really grating, irritating, strong woman archetype who always like makes that face like she's about to puke, and really off-putting. And just like having some introduction or character for her would make it a little better, I think. But no. Oh, speaking of music being bad, I was amazed at how often they just like did wrong things in the music. Like there's bad taste, and then just like fucking factually, objectively wrong. Like when Bowser is playing the piano, that whole scene is so obnoxious and horrible. But when he and the wizard guy are playing the piano, they like play the music wrongly. The subterranean music. He plays like the dum dum dum, like the normal pitch one, 3 times before going down, and it's so distracting. It's like da 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 da, and it's just like it's so weird. Like they just edited the music so it would suit the scene without even like trying to. If you're gonna have a scene based around music, the music comes first, and then you edit on top of it. How hard is that? And then like when Donkey Kong comes out, they do like they play the DK rap, but they put one too many "Here We Goes" in there. Like the DK rap starts out with a whole borrowed measure, so you have 4 beats of like of here we go, so they're finally here. You have like, and the "Here We Go" takes the time of 2 "Here We's," right? So it's like here we, so they're fine. It's the same amount of time, right? So the "Here We Go" is the time of 2 "Here We's." But in the movie, they have 3 "Here We's. So it's here we go. Or wait, hold on. No, sorry. You're supposed to have 3. They have 4 "Here We's" in the movie. So it's here we go. So they're fine. It's so weird. I don't understand what they were going for with that. There's lots of like strange, like sticking songs into scenes like at the last minute because you got to get the song in there, but like not really like thinking about how the song should have been used, and also like editing it so it sounds wrong. They used what's the Band of the Bold song called? "Take on Me." And they just like it was only in the movie for like 9 seconds, and they chopped it up so much. It was like, why did you even license it? It's so strange. No, excuse me. But yeah, so it just, and then like in the second half of the movie, it got like more annoying. There was more slow motion, more like stupid lines that didn't make any sense. Bowser's motivation made no sense at all. Like it was impossible to like latch onto him or understand him as a character, like on any level. This didn't work. It was so terrible. And like and then like what when he and Peach are about to have the wedding, and then she's all like, "Ha ha ha, you didn't think I was gonna marry you, did you?" And then he was like, "Then we're breaking up." And then like immediately is like, he says that, but then goes right back to cartoonishly trying to force her to marry him. Like, nothing he says makes any sense. He's just there because movie need villain. It's so odd. And, God, yeah. I also am deducting heavy points from the use of the Tanuki suit associated with the Super Leaf. That still makes me so fucking upset that the newer games, they use the Super Leaf because that's the iconography that you recognize from the item in the early games. But they want to convert all the power-ups into, like, pajama suits for some reason. So now the Tanuki suit is associated with the Super Leaf, but it makes you fly like the P-Wing. Like, why couldn't you just give him a P-Wing? It's so bad. I can't. It's like the movie relies on your knowledge of the Mario games as an excuse for not introducing or explaining anything or building any character of its own. but then it also just like arbitrarily changes the Mario games, and it's all like it's not a movie for anybody, especially not for kids. People, there's an argument of like it's for kids or whatever, and that's the problem. Like you show your kids retarded shit like this, and then they turn 20 and they're retarded, and you're like, what happened? Well, that's what happened. I thought the cat suit was all right. I like the way that he used it to beat Donkey Kong was fine. That was one of the least bad parts of the movie. I did like at the very end when Mario and Luigi did the rider kick to finish off Bowser in the last scene. I thought that was pretty good. That just because I like Kamen Rider though, not because it was actually smart or anything. But it was I had heard about that randomly online. I was wondering how good a rider kick it would be, and it was a pretty fucking good rider kick actually. I really dug the Ichigo and Nigo style rider kick. But yeah, everything else was bad. There were little glimmers here and there, like the cat suit was used well. I actually liked the little Luna in the cage who was like saying all that depressing stuff. It was very one note and simple, but it just happened to work right up until the end when they really leaned into it way too much, like transitioning into the credits and had it like play saxophone. And I mean, it's Illumination, right? It's bad. It doesn't even deserve to be examined, but I just kind of started doing these MP3s, and I just kind of wanted to do another one. So I did one, and now I've done it. And yeah, I guess maybe I'll see another movie again someday.